Welcome back to the Film Room, episode 3, everybody. I mean, for me, that was a pretty disappointing championship Sunday weekend, but you guys obviously had some good predictions. We'll get into our reaction.
Had a good day for the boys, Sasha and Gideon, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it was this side against that one. That side prevailed, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's get to Patriots Broncos. I mean, what a blizzary
Snooze
game.
fest.
Yeah.
One of the most
Well,
boring
okay,
games
hold
of
on.
all.
I'd just like to say, I think snow games are some of the greatest things that we've seen.
sure.
Like,
But
I
they-
love a snow game.
But they limit teams, and I think my prediction of the Broncos winning, I think it would have been correct if there hadn't been a blizzard. The Broncos were
Two
playing.
missed field goals or one blocked, but
Yeah, but
That's
and
two.
I mean also the Patriots kicker missed the field goal, but he
Yeah.
missed 2, but 63-yard field goal doesn't really count as a realistic make. But the Broncos were playing way better in the first half. Obviously, it was still a 7-7 game, and they had all the momentum. I agree with Sean Payne going on it for that 4th and 1. You
Yeah.
look at it, and maybe they should have kicked it. Would have been a tie game, but they had so much momentum that to get maybe a 14-0 start would have been huge against a really good Patriots team. And yeah, I stand by that. If there hadn't been a snowstorm out of nowhere, I think the Broncos would have prevailed, and I think they would have beaten the New England Patriots, and I think we would be talking about the Seahawks versus the Broncos right now instead of the Seahawks versus the Patriots.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at that second drive from the Broncos there, Jared Stidham unleashing that deep ball to
Dime.
the outside. That was an
Dime.
absolute dime. I mean, I don't want to get into
On Christian Gonzalez, sorry.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
interrupt you.
No, you're all good. On Christian Gonzalez, too. That was like a perfect pass, gave them so much momentum. After that drive, they scored on that drive. I totally thought they were going to win the game, but, obviously didn't happen.
I agree, yeah.
I wouldn't want to, brag about myself too much, but when I did play football, our playbook was very limited in the same way that, Jared Stidham's playbook was limited here. It's a lot of controlled deep shots outside the numbers, situations where only, your receiver's going to catch it or the sideline's going to catch
God,
it.
he's so smart, man.
And then also a lot of checkdowns. His yards per attempt are going to be very, sporadic. There's a lot on one end where he's taking deep shots and then a lot of checkdowns. Tried to get the run game going. Wasn't much there against a very good Patriots front. But,
And shout out to somebody commented that the Broncos would not get the run game started. And shout out
Yeah.
to that guy.
yeah, I'll put it up
yeah.
right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
good job. That was
Good
a great
job, man.
prediction.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got that one.
You nailed that one.
I think something that really came back to bite them at the end of the game was they didn't take their 3 in like the third drive. They went for it.
Yeah,
on
the 4th and 1
down.
is what I was talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
I think you need to take your 3 there, especially knowing that it's going to be a blizzard game.
You
You're not
think?
gonna-
I
you- you-
disagree.
It has so much
Stidham-
momentum.
It's
though.
take your
7-0.
three,
It's 7-0. It's 4th and 1. I disagree with the play call.
Play call was bad.
They should
yeah.
just run it up the gut, for a gain of 1 or try doing something with Jared Stidham. I don't
Or
think
even
they
a
should
tush
have.
push.
Yeah, that was a weird play call by Sean Payton. But I think they should have gone for it. They had all the momentum, and if you go up 14-0 at home, you have a lot of control. And I think, you're almost, a great position to win the game. 10-0 though,
I mean,
it would have
Yeah.
helped them in the end of the game there, but. Your kicker misses 2 field goals.
You can't predict it's
It's-
going to become an absolute
Yeah.
avalanche.
Yeah,
later
it's
in the
tough.
game.
It's tough for sure. But great game overall. Still, though, I'm not impressed by the
Yeah,
Patriots.
the Patriots
I mean,
have
Drake May
shown-
did not play
Yeah.
well. He
But-
was missing
but-
quite a lot.
but
It was snowing, but
Drake
he missed quite a lot
May
of throws.
did run the ball very well, and he
That is
found
true.
a lot of opportunities in the run game, and that obviously wielded New England to a victory. But still, man, he has not looked great these playoffs. In any game, really. The Chargers game didn't look great. In the Texans game, 4 fumbles or 4 turnovers, not sure which one. And then the offense puts up 10 points. We'll see if they can get it together against a great Seahawks team.
Yeah,
and
and
these are like the 3 best defenses that he's faced, and he's just showing that he's not the same.
And he's
against
about
a
to
good
face
defense.
one of the best,
He's- yeah.
again,
Yeah.
one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's get to the game of the week, obviously, the main event.
Rams Seahawks.
Rams Seahawks. Obviously, I'm a Rams fan. If you
Super
guys didn't
crazy
know,
game.
he's a Seahawks fan. He's a Niners fan, and he's a Steelers fan. Odd one
Yeah.
out. But who wants to? I think me and Sasha shouldn't start. Like I said
Yeah.
before, I think who wants to debrief
Yeah.
that game between
I mean,
Gideon and Ryan?
You want to start with this one?
I mean, I just want to say I was right.
Yeah, but your prediction wasn't great. I don't know.
I just think that it's kind of crazy because I thought it would be more Seahawks dominating on the defensive side, but it was the complete opposite. Sam Darnold played the game of his life. So congrats to Sam Darnold. But, yeah. I
Yeah.
just think that Rams secondary kind of got exposed there. Darius Williams especially.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, we benched him for Emmanuel Forbes. Obviously, Emmanuel Forbes had an injury. Right coming out of the second half, we put Emmanuel Forbes back in the game. Darius Williams definitely did not play well, and I said, and obviously I'm biased, I'm a Rams fan, but I said the Rams were going to win because I knew it was going to be a close game. I knew it was going to be a tough game, and I knew we were going to put Sam Darnold in situations where he had to throw a good ball, where he had to throw the ball into tight windows and had to throw the ball well. And, man, Sam Darnold, and it's tough for me to say this, but Sam Darnold proved me completely wrong. He played
very well.
the best game of his life at the biggest stage where the lights were the brightest. And I think, and I didn't think this before, I think Sam Darnold is a franchise quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. And I think I didn't have a picture in my head of Sam Darnold winning the Super Bowl, but man, after seeing him just ball out against, obviously the Rams secondary isn't an elite secondary. The safeties are pretty good, but the corners, Kobe Durant, Emmanuel Forbes, Darius Williams, inconsistent, if that. But man, Sam Darnold played the game of his life in the NFC Championship game, and I think he proved to all the doubters, including myself, that he is a guy that's going to stay around in this league because he does not accept failure. Failure doesn't bother him. And I think that trait in a quarterback is so special and so unique. And he has a chance to, win a Super Bowl, which I never thought would be coming out of my mouth when I started the season. And the Vikings must be fuming, man. But yeah, and I think my prediction was the Rams were going to win in a close game, and ended up being the opposite of that. But man, I'm proud of the way we went out. We went out fighting, and I think it was two even teams. And Sasha said we weren't the number one offense that we thought we were going to be, but turns out we were the number one offense that we thought, and we absolutely exposed the Seahawks defense.
I wouldn't
obviously,
say exposed. I think
obviously,
we played. The defense didn't like swarm you guys as I thought they would.
I'm saying, but I think we proved
exposed
we had like over
bit of-
400 yards.
bit of
I
a
mean,
stretch.
maybe we didn't expose you guys because obviously we came up short, but we definitely exposed some of the flaws that you guys have, and I think we proved to the NFL why we're the number one offense. Obviously, though, our defense sucked, and the Seahawks absolutely cooked our defense. And then well-deserved win, really no excuses. I'm still confused on that Cooper Kupp catch. I do think it was a catch, but it's weird. I don't even know what a catch is anymore. So I think it was a catch, and I don't think there's any controversy behind that in terms of from my point of view. But yeah, great game. Really stressful time to be a Rams and Seahawks fan. It's just tough saying it. We were so close, 4th and 4 from the 5-yard line. 3rd and 4 even from the 5-yard line. It's tough coming up short like that. Great season, though, and feel bad for Devontae Adams, man. 0-5 in that.
I know, I saw
speechless.
crazy.
Yeah.
He was
talk.
crying almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, deservedly so. I would be crying too if I had gone to the NFC Championship 5 times and lost every single time. But, I think although it was a very close game, it kind of did feel like the Seahawks were controlling the way the whole time. And I think
even when we were up, sorry to interrupt
No,
you.
you're good.
Even when we were up 13-10, it didn't really feel like we were winning,
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry,
But
continue.
yeah, I think a large part of that is because of, Sam Darnold did play a great game, but I think a large part of that is because of Clint Kubiak. Their style of play is they're able to control the ball for so long. They run the ball more than anyone in the league and pass it less than anyone in the league. But when they do pass it, it has so much value. And you have JSN, obviously. They utilize their tight ends very well. They just lull you. They just run. Kenneth Walker is a phenomenal player, man. He
And I
survived
said,
so many tackles.
Blessing in disguise is Zach Charbonnet injury. Kenneth Walker absolutely ran
He did.
through a good Rams D-line
he
and
didn't
linebackers.
run that well. He did not run.
No, he ran well.
Well,
He had
I
three
think
yards- 3 yards a carry.
I know, but he didn't have an explosive
played well,
runs.
though.
But he had like those
He
8
catches
runs.
it,
He
he's
had those
good at
tough
the-
runs, and the Rams
yeah.
are great. They're great run stoppers. So Kenneth Walker played really well. Sam Darnold played really well. Just overall, a great game. Sad to see my Rams come up short, though.
This wasn't an instant classic. I mean, it was a shootout, and both quarterbacks played incredibly well. Both wide receiver ones, the 2 best wide receivers in the league, I think, played incredibly well, over 150 yards each and a touchdown. I think it was
Every
a great
Rams
game.
Seahawks
I was
game is just
extremely
amazing.
nervous that at 4th and 4, Devin Witherspoon ran the route
Yeah.
for
Yeah, man.
Terrence Ferguson.
And that was I wish we would have
And
done
how
something
about
different.
our rookie, man? How about Nick Emanward?
He
Awesome.
played
Incredibly.
phenomenally. Yeah.
He's
played
everywhere.
And I
It's-
saw
it's
him. I
insane.
saw him
really
He's everywhere.
screaming at Tariq
Rick
Woolen,
Woolen.
which I agree with, man. And
For
that
sure.
He's
and I
a
thought
leader at such a young age.
and I thought that was what's going to be. I thought after the Tariq Woolen
taunting
taunting penalty, all the momentum was on the Rams side.
Yeah,
We
that was
scored
scary.
27-31, and to see Imamori scream at Tariq Woolen, I thought, wow, man, they're going against each other.
Yeah.
Wow, we have this one, and they stepped up, they stopped us, and Sam Darnold with the Kubiak, Sam Darnold, the Seahawks offense with like 5-6 minutes left in the game, holding and converting on first down after first down, and eventually giving the Rams 20 seconds left at the 10-yard line, they're 25 seconds left at the 10-yard line, not much to do, and yeah, like Ryan said, man, every possession for the Seahawks is a long possession. You really got to earn it as a defense, and our defense did not earn it.
I just want to give props to Sean McVay really quickly. after that Tariq Woolen taunting penalty, something that you don't see like in the X's and O's when you're just looking at the pure
I know
film
exactly
of
what
the
you're
game.
talking about, that man.
When you're looking at
I
the pure
see
film
that.
of the game, something something you don't see is what happens in between the plays. And Sean McVay took perfect advantage. The play call right after that taunting penalty is a go
Yeah.
ball. No safety help. Puka Nacua over
Yeah,
the
and
top,
also
easy touchdown.
I want to get a little more analytical. In the first meeting, or the second meeting between the Seahawks, when it was an absolute shootout, I think 37-38, we kept beating the Seahawks on a dig route, where you'd have one guy run a deep go, and then a clear out, and it'd be Devontae dig or Puka Nacua dig. And if you look at that route, Puka Nacua breaks in, Tariq Woolen's all over it because he thinks it's going to be that same dig route, and then he cuts back out for a fade ball. And I think Sean McVay, mastermind, Puka Nacua, great route, Matthew Stafford understanding, where to put the ball, and just overall great play call and great execution from the Rams offense. But
Yeah. And that's something we don't really see much in the league is an inside release go route. Normally you take an outside release, you're trying to get as far away from any safeties as possible. Puka Nacua takes it inside and stacks back. It's just genius.
because he tries, he's running
the
the
dig so
he's running the dagger concept, but obviously not. It's
yeah,
a fake.
yeah. It's great.
But it was
Yeah.
great seeing that. And what a game!
Yeah,
probably one of the best games in the playoffs. And yeah, man,
Definitely.
sad,
I agree.
sad to see my
and I
Rams
think
down.
it's unfortunate because I think one of the biggest turning points in that game was something that has really defined the Rams season, especially earlier.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I
been their
forgot to touch
losses
on that,
as that special teams play where
Yeah.
Xavier Smith dropped the ball. And I just think that's so
That was huge.
unfortunate.
It was 13-17. We just forced Seattle to punt the ball, and that's been the story of our losses this year. It's
Yep.
either special teams or our defensive backs getting fried, and that's something that the Rams are going to run it back. And I think if we can address the special teams issues and the secondary, I think we're going to be in a great position to be real contenders next year. And it just kind of felt like, oh man, we had a special teams mistake. We're probably going to lose this game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Xavier Smith's been awesome all year.
He's been
I felt
awesome,
so
and I
bad.
felt
Yeah.
really bad for
Stepped
him.
up, yeah,
I
but
saw him little, cozied up in his and then you have Kyron
He was
going out
benched
there.
the rest of the game.
Yeah,
Poor
it's
guy.
just-
And you kind of have to. You dropped 2 punts.
Yeah.
The other
It's
one
so
obviously didn't
sad.
result.
Yeah, he did.
But I feel bad for the man. But that's a decision you have to make when you're in a playoff game, NFC Championship game. The lights were a little too bright for him.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, now we're going to get into some more coaching carousel news. We had a lot going on last
Mhm.
week, a few more important things going on this week. First, I am a Steelers fan, so I'll let you guys speak about this first. But
I
the
feel
Steelers
bad.
hired
Terrible,
Mike
right?
You had the
McCarthy.
chance to hire, although he didn't call his best game against the
Shula,
Seahawks. You had the
yeah.
chance to hire a great young defensive coordinator. And I believe, how many head coaches have you guys had since
3
in
in the past
franchise history?
57 years.
And they're always young, great
Young
guys.
DCs.
You guys had a chance to get Chris Shula, who is an upcoming just mastermind defensively, and then you go and hire Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
And if you're thinking about bringing back Aaron Rodgers, I mean, that's just not going to work out.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
It's like-
another
It's
9-8
gonna be
season.
another
loading.
9
Yeah.
and 8. Like,
If that, maybe 8 and 9. Mike
Dude,
McCarthy.
Like
yeah.
5 wins.
Mike,
What?
is he?
No.
Man.
Listen,
Mike McCarthy's
I
not
do want to
great.
say one thing. I originally thought this was like a terrible hire. I was so confused as to why exactly we would hire someone that is 63 years old or something like that.
Fat 63.
Yeah,
it's
he is.
annoying.
He's a tad overweight, but I was very confused. We've normally hired young defensive coordinators, but after looking at his history and what has actually happened, people forget he had 3 straight 12-win seasons with Dallas. He had 3 straight top 5 offenses. One of them was with Cooper Rush starting for half of the season. I think we need to break out of the cycle of we hire a young defensive guy and we just run the ball and have a good defense, because that's what's given us the 10-7 seasons the past, since 2010, or 2009, our last Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think this kind of breaks the cycle of that. And Mike McCarthy just very recently hired, but some initial reports is that he's willing to go with Will Howard, which I think is great. If he's good, he's good. If he's not good, we have a bad season and we get to rebuild.
yeah, I agree.
He's someone that, I feel like would be okay with a rebuild, and I'm good with having a good offense. Steelers have not had a good offense the
Yeah.
past 7 years
And
since
that's
Big Ben.
why you guys aren't. You guys always have a great defense with Mike Tomlin,
Exactly,
and then
yeah.
the offense always kind of screws you guys over.
Very
but-
subpar
yeah.
quarterback play.
And I'm saying, there's still probably a chance that you guys are good, but
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
I'd be completely fine with like a 4-win season. I don't think it's gonna
Yeah.
happen because we
You'd be
just
fine with
the
it?
Just
Rust-
don't be 9 and 8. Don't be mid again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can't
because
do
9-8 is worse than I feel like it's much worse.
if
than
you
being
suck
4.
4-13, you get a good draft pick.
Yeah.
You can build
need-
around that
yeah. Just
player.
need to
That
pivot
being
to a new
said, if
If
quarterback.
this
Arch
year-
Manning, maybe if you go 0-17.
This year we have 12 picks in this upcoming draft.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is. We made a lot of trades before this draft, and we also get some compensatory picks from free agency. But I think it's possible. I think it's possible that we trade up in the draft for probably not Mendoza, but maybe someone like Ty Simpson, someone with elite talent that can actually be a franchise quarterback that we've been missing.
Yeah. Let's go to the second. Bills promoting Joe Brady from OC to head coach, and I don't love it.
Yeah.
That's just my initial thoughts.
I think a lot of people don't love it. I saw on like the Instagram comments, people were like, "Oh, like Josh Allen needs to get out," and I just think it's not. I don't know. I just don't think it's the directions the Bills should have gone in.
I agree. I think you're trying to change the culture, and you go from Sean McDermott, a great guy. We touched on that last episode, and you go kind of from
Very
Joe
cute
Brady.
guy.
Yeah, very cute. And Joe Brady, who has been, a couple years ago was thought of as one of the best OCs in the game, and this year kind of took a step down. He struggled at times. And then you're not really changing anything. You're just kind of changing who leads. I don't know. I mean, maybe Joe Brady's a great leader, but I just think you needed to go in a different direction. I think Phillip Rivers would have probably been a better hire. There's
Definitely a
there's a
different
nice
direction.
story, and I think you just need some new scenery for Josh Allen and that Bills team.
I think even a Brian Flores type, someone that
That's
can
what
stabilize.
yeah.
It's a good defensive coach.
Oh, I like that.
Can bring
Yeah.
a lot
That's
of
what
success
I was
to
thinking.
the
I think the
Bills.
Bills should have gone the defensive coordinator route
Yeah.
because
Or
Josh
even
Allen.
Shula.
Yeah, Josh Allen is that offense. I don't know
Mhm.
like how much.
It's quite easy.
I think
Yeah.
they need
Yeah.
a good draft.
Yeah.
They need to get pieces, man.
And then you get receivers.
They need to get
Trade for
receivers
AJ
so
Brown,
bad.
maybe.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We have a note from our producer here. Apparently,
Oh wow.
Brian Dable has become the next
Wow.
offensive coordinator of the Titans.
Oh
That's
wow.
interesting, dude.
I kind of like that.
I like that.
Solid head coach
Cam
and
Ward.
coordinator
Ooh,
is
actually,
Dable.
yeah, that's
Dude,
a,
that
that's
could
a
be
good.
good.
Hire.
But
They need to strengthen their O-line. but-
hopefully it's not another Daniel Jones situation because
Oh, yeah, that is true.
he didn't do
But,
anything for him.
But Cam
Daniel
Ward's
Jones
good,
ended up
man.
being a good quarterback.
but-
like in
but
Indiana,
not under-
not under the Giants.
not-
they
not
did get a
under
playoff
Dable.
win though. They had a playoff.
That
win.
is
And
true.
Jackson Dart also shined under Brian
Yeah,
Dable, and it
he
looked
did.
like he took a step backwards after Brian Dable
Yeah,
left.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And Cam Ward, man, he has the ability to
He's-
throw dimes.
the generational talent is there.
Yeah,
I've
He
always
definitely-
thought that.
he just has to be coached up by a guy like Brian Dable, and we'll see if it works out. I mean, with Robert Saleh defensively,
Yeah.
they've always had a pretty good defense, the Tennessee
Mhm.
Titans.
Mhm.
It's always been that offense that's been a little more, sus.
Yeah. Ever since
Some
Derrick
could
Henry
say.
left and they traded
Yeah.
AJ Brown, it's
Yeah,
just
and
been
then Ryan
terrible.
Tannehill, is he still in the league? I don't even know.
Probably not. He's probably some
Um,
backup somewhere.
Yeah, not even. I don't
He's
even
way
know.
out- He's way out.
Yeah,
He's like 50.
but yeah, I think that's a good hire by the
I think
Titans.
that's pretty
Yeah.
good hire, too. You also need to go out and get a good draft.
It makes them competitive
receivers.
at least. Yeah.
I don't know about. I wouldn't
don't
say they're a
know.
playoff team yet.
I don't know.
Maybe not playoff
re-
team,
I mean,
but
we've seen the quick turnaround by
It can
teams
change.
this year.
It can.
yeah.
If you get a
So
good
Look
who
at the
knows?
Texans. Look at
Yeah.
the Texans. They got CJ Stroud. They went from
Yeah.
what 3 wins
No, look
to
at
like
the
11.
Patriots this
And
year.
the
They're
Patriots,
super-
exactly.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I think that maybe this happened 2 years ago because now that AFC South division is
It's
one of the
good.
best divisions. They
Yeah.
went from one of the worst to a
And
top.
it's going to be
Texans.
super interesting
Yeah,
seeing
Yeah.
Robert Saleh and Liam Cohen interact. Because
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
They were-
after the
yep.
game,
Oh,
man,
Yep.
keep your name out of my mouth or
Yeah.
some
Yep.
variation of that. It's going to be
Mhm.
super interesting seeing them interact and the handshakes, like the whole Ben Johnson, Matt
Yeah,
LaFleur
that-
Yeah,
handshake.
Matt LaFleur thing.
This is
Yeah.
probably going to be, a level above
One
that.
of those.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
now, let's
Time
get
for
to
our awards predictions, our
Yeah.
NFL Honors Awards predictions. I mean, let's start with the biggest one, MVP.
two main candidates, really, Drake May and, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
I thought Drake May had a very good chance. But man, in these playoffs, he has been more than underwhelming. I think Matthew Stafford is just clearly the best quarterback in the league right now.
It is a regular
It is a
season award,
regular
though.
season award.
I know.
But
I mean,
there's still some,
think it-
yeah,
yeah,
it's
It,
still,
it obviously
his
still
opinions.
influences it. Yep.
like even last year, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh Allen versus Lamar in the playoffs, maybe that had something to do with why they chose Josh Allen. But I
Which
think
was
it's-
the right move,
yeah,
by the way.
I
Josh
agree.
Allen was the right move.
and I think you have to look at the games, and I think Matthew Stafford has better stats. His team may not be as good, but you look at the teams they've played. Matthew Stafford has played, higher level of opponents, and man, the way he throws the ball, it's majestic, and he's clearly by far for me, and I may be biased, but I think for a lot of people as well, who Niners fans or Seahawks fans, Matthew Stafford has been the best thrower of the football this year, and he
Yeah, I agree.
completely deserves the MVP over Drake May, who's had a good year.
very good year. Second year.
yeah.
Very impressive.
But
Yep.
just not Matthew Stafford's level.
Yeah, I agree. I think the stat that jumps out the most to me is the passing touchdowns.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just way above
Yeah, it's
everyone.
It's like
Yeah,
11
exactly.
more than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think he has
just
45, 48.
and so yeah,
pretty
that's
crazy.
that's why I believe Stafford. I mean, he's just transformed we talk about the Rams offense all the time. It's one of the best offenses in the league, and it's mainly because of him. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think a good formula generally for that is you look at the amount that a team is elevated by a certain player, but you have to adjust that for who they're playing. Like if Drake May is elevating the Patriots above, the Titans, is he really elevating them that much? But when, Matthew Stafford elevates against the Seahawks, I think that's a very different conversation. So I also have Matthew Stafford as
And
my
I think
MVP.
I think most people, and I think he's going to win it, Matthew Stafford's my MVP, and I think everyone in this room's MVP, obviously.
Defensive player of the year. I don't think.
No, let's go offensive player.
Yeah, let's start with
yeah,
offense.
skipped it, sorry.
You're all good. This is
crazy.
We have Rams and Seahawks.
Look, I
Puka
think,
Nacua,
can I start
JSN.
here?
No bias.
No bias.
No
here.
bias.
What about CMC?
Come on.
I don't think
There's only two people
He's
contending.
probably like plus 2,000.
Puka Nacua, he missed the game this year, so he's one game behind. I think he has 1,710 receiving yards compared to like JSN's 1,790, like 80 less receiving yards.
Mhm.
I think they have the same amount of touchdowns. Puka has 10 more receptions. I think when you look at it, I think Puka has, just don't interrupt me, I think Puka is deserving, and I think he has been the best offensive player of the year, excluding quarterbacks. But I don't think he'll win it. And I think they'll give it to JSN simply because of the hype surrounding JSN right now. Obviously, Puka had a great breakout year, his rookie year, and I think the hype has kind of died down for him. And I think he's had an underratedly really, really good season. I think he deserves that. I think if he plays that one game, he also got injured in the middle of one as well. I think if he plays that one game and a half, excluding the blowouts, I think he would be, the consensus for offensive player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think what the voters are taking into account here is that JSN also missed like 4 halves.
There were a
He-
lot of
he
blowout
missed-
games where
he
he
missed,
got
like,
rested.
But
Two-
so
basically
did
two full
Puka.
games.
But so did Puka.
Less.
Not like the Seahawks.
No,
I don't know
They
if it's and also,
they
you know,
blew out.
going back to what I said earlier, the Seahawks run it more than anybody and
Yeah.
pass it
Yeah.
less than anybody.
And-
yeah, it's
and I'll
it's
say,
so impressive.
and I'll say, I think JSN will win.
But who do you think?
I'm
if
just-
you
But
had
he
to vote,
thinks it deserves
No. I don't know.
Puka.
I said Puka's more deserving, but you guys do bring up a good point where the Seahawks run the ball a lot. You also don't have Matthew Stafford throwing you the ball.
Yep.
But you're also really the only threat, as a pass catcher on your team. So that could play a factor. I'm now starting to change my opinion. I think JSN will win it, and I think this
Like a
year
50-50, you think?
it's 50. It's really close for me, and it hurts saying this as a Puka lover, Rams fan. I think JSN will win it, and I've changed my perspective, and I think JSN deserves to win it as well
Mm.
but to your point about
because of the run game, and they run
Yeah.
the ball a lot. I completely forgot.
to your point about the JSN is really the only threat, I think that almost makes it harder for him because if you look at Puka, you can say Devontae
Devontae.
Adams is such a threat, and that kind of takes a little bit of pressure off Puka.
And he also
definitely.
has the favorite for the MVP on his
MVP,
team. I
yeah.
don't think they're going to win both. I think there's no chance
Exactly.
they win both.
Yeah, and someone in our comment section said that.
They wouldn't win both.
Clowning the blue hoodie guy, which is me. But yeah, I think there's a consensus in this room that JSN should win it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, defensive player of the year.
Let's
it should
skip
just
it.
be,
How much
it should be his
debate.
first, by the way.
Legendary.
He won when TJ Watt
You
had
think?
every single stat better. I'll put it up.
Yeah.
No, he did.
TJ Watt had every single stat better than Myles Garrett. Oh, he gets double team. TJ Watt gets chipped. It's basically the same thing. No, it's not. But TJ Watt should have won that year. Obviously, Myles Garrett's going to win this year. I mean, Will Anderson Jr. had a great year.
He had a
Great
great
year.
year.
Shout out
Any
Will
other year.
Any
up
other year
so
would have
Yeah,
been defensive
yeah.
player. But Myles Garrett just had to
And also,
do that.
obviously, we all agree Myles Garrett. And I'm looking at offensive rookie of the year. And how about Shadur Sanders getting moved
Ooh.
up to the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, because of
It's
injury.
Such
or
a joke, man. It's such a
Pro
It's a
Bowl used to be
popularity
a fun
contest,
thing, and
yeah.
it's now
It's
No,
so
just
bad.
Yeah.
I want a Pro Bowl that's competitive. I want
yeah.
put money on the line, padded fully, and
Yeah.
it'd be a shame if someone
'Cause-
got injured, but it'd make for peak football.
Well, last
It
year
would.
wasn't like Tyler Huntley in it or
Yeah.
something? Yeah. I
Something-
mean,
or Russell Wilson was.
it-
in
it
Like,
doesn't
I don't know
matter.
how that.
Some
It's a
joke
joke.
was in it.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to it anymore. That's
But-
Because no
I
one
used
cares.
to love the
They
Pro
just-
Bowl.
Yeah,
I used
same.
to.
But
Yeah.
offensive rookie of the year for me, it's McMillan.
Mm.
Emeka Ibuka started the season off
So
so
good,
great.
yeah.
Dude,
And
just
fantasy,
fell
I
off.
know
And I
who
traded
had him
for
in
I
fantasy.
traded for him.
Ooh.
I had him in fantasy in one of my leagues, and then
rough.
he absolutely just just went
Fell
downhill
off a cliff.
after the first 4 weeks. And I think
Which
Tat has
could be
been more
Baker's fault.
consistent. Yeah, and Tat has been more consistent. I think he's a better receiver, and I think he deserves. Although Tyler Show got a Shuck or whatever his last name
Yeah, I
is,
don't know how to pronounce it.
gotta show him some love because
He played
seeing him-
awesome.
With a
doubted
terrible team.
everyone.
I remember,
Their
yeah.
team is
I remember in the
terrible.
car with my friend and my friend's dad, and we saw him get drafted over Shadur Sanders, and I was like,
Yeah.
the guy who threw like one of the worst
The
balls
worst
The
I've ever
combine
seen
pass
Yeah.
was
in the
so
combine.
bad.
And he's really good. He's a two-way threat. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. So, also shout out him. I think it's McMillan though for me.
I also do think it's McMillan, and I think Shuck is second because he's just transformed the Saints into like a pretty solid offense recently.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, and
I
if he
agree.
played the whole season, who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Could that be?
Could be,
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah.
it? It was Spencer Rattler. in the
Spencer
game?
Rattler.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, defensive rookie of the year. I think this should
This
go
is
to
super
Manwari,
interesting.
but I think
I disagree.
I
it will go to
to
Schwessinger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
I like that. I thought
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
gonna say
No,
it
no.
will go. Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah,
I
It's
mean,
gonna go to
agree.
Schwessinger.
Even
Yeah.
Warrior missed 4 games.
yeah.
And he just gets better every single game. He started the season off a little slow, very injured, but he's been so incredible.
And I think
Yeah.
He's been a top 3 safety in my opinion,
Yeah.
to be honest.
And I think when we look at him on the Seahawks, he's a leader and he's definitely a threat. And he played a great game against a really good Rams a Rams offense, and he was locking up Puka Nacua on some routes.
Yeah.
So
3
you know,
PBUs.
yeah, shout out Nick Memori, and I think Carson Schwarzenegger. I don't know how
He's
to
just been
pronounce
more
his last name.
consistent. Yeah.
He's just a consistent.
But
As
I
a
think-
Steelers fan, it's it's hard to say, but
Yeah.
he's a very
I wouldn't
good
be
player.
surprised if Eamon Warrior wins it though.
I think
I think just the missed games
I
is
would.
so
Games
hard.
hurt,
I would be
but
surprised.
Yeah.
I don't think people would be angry because he is.
Yeah, no, I don't think people.
I
Yeah.
think he's.
I don't
clearly
think it
the
would be
better
crazy controversial,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
and I think the thing with Eamon Wari is that he's only gonna get 100
oh
times
my
better.
God.
I mean, he's so versatile.
Yeah,
His frame
he's
is
scary.
He
crazy.
is really good.
It's like
I
unlimited
mean,
potential
he's
there.
the missing piece that the Seahawks defense
Yeah.
needed, and
Yeah.
he just makes that Seahawks defense
Shout out,
so good.
Shout out DK Metcalf,
Yeah.
by the way. We got him in that trade.
Yeah, with the nickel package that they use Memori for. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's really good. So comeback player of the year. I wasn't even paying attention to this
McCaffrey,
award. Really.
100%
It's-
McCaffrey.
I think it'll be McCaffrey.
It's McCaffrey.
He just had such a great
It's
season.
McCaffrey.
And his injury was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is that also he was nominated for the MVP, Offensive Player of the Year,
Yeah.
and
And
Comeback Player of the
and
Year.
shout out everyone who
He's bound to
drafted.
win one.
Shout out everyone who took the risk and drafted him in
Yeah.
fantasy this year.
Paid
Congrats
off.
to you, because I have the #1 overall pick. Who did I take?
You took
Chase?
No, you had the second pick. You took Jamar
No.
Chase.
I
Oh
took
yeah.
Bijan
Yeah.
in the second.
No,
round.
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
Because
Yeah,
Bijan
no,
was
yeah.
the first pick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you
right.
took Jamar
I
Chase.
took CMC.
Chase,
on
I feel like
draft
it's
day, I
just,
took CMC.
I mean,
He was
it's-
good, but he wasn't that #1 overall pick that we all
Yeah,
expected.
yeah.
There's never a consensus #1 overall pick who does like amazing.
Yeah.
you
Other
know?
than McCaffrey that 1 year.
Last year though, I do
That
want to say
1 year McCaffrey played
I want to
really
say 2 years ago when McCaffrey had that that training camp injury that like last year basically.
Yeah.
I had the #1 overall pick, and I didn't take McCaffrey.
Ooh. That was the right move.
I took who was the second? I took Bijan, I think.
Yeah.
Instead of McCaffrey there, and he did good.
Yeah. All right. Coach of the year. I think this is a tough one.
I
It's
think
tough.
this-
You
It's
have
just
to-
regular season. Just
You have to
regular
give it
season.
to Mike
Mike
Vrabel.
Vrabel,
You have
yeah.
to.
I mean,
Shanahan.
just the most wins. Out of
And
anybody.
there is
No,
some.
Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan is
Well, he was
close.
nominated.
He's a great
He
coach,
hasn't
but-
done like if he went on like a Super Bowl run.
If
maybe.
Shanahan got the 1 seed, they would have been.
Yeah, and
he
they're
would've
saying
been
all
coach
this
of
are
the year.
regular season.
It is-
Everyone's watching the playoffs.
Yeah,
as
but
well,
it
you
is
know?
regular
Yeah.
season. It
But
is.
but everyone's watching the playoffs
Yeah.
as well. So I
You
think
can't eliminate the playoffs from your bias.
it has to be Mike Vrabel. Mike McDonald has
I
been
mean,
great, but the Seahawks
yeah.
were 10-7 now. What they go 15-2, 14-3.
14-3.
Yeah. I
then
think
you
Ben
go-
Johnson also played. I mean, he elevated the Bears a lot.
I think
Yeah, that is true.
But-
I think these are some of the strongest
Yeah.
Coach of the Year
Yeah.
candidates
I
we've had
agree.
in a while. All these
Really
guys,
good.
all
All these guys are deserving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be Mike
They'll
Vrabel,
be
and I
fair.
think,
I think
it
it's
should be.
just because they went from 4-13 to 14.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
huge
Because
difference.
I think
That's
the
literally
best.
just a
Yeah.
flip. You literally flipped your record.
Yeah.
I think the best coach in the league is Mike McDonald.
I agree, but
Mm.
I think
Best coach
they
in the
only,
league?
They only
Yeah.
increased
This
their-
year.
I
Maybe
do.
this year.
I
This
think
year,
Mike
yeah.
McDonald.
I could allow that.
They only increased their wins by 4, and I think that's why Mike Vrabel will get it.
Yeah.
Assistant coach of the
Assistant
year.
coach of the year. This is tough
For
because
me?
they don't get a lot of recognition.
Oh, this is.
I think
tough.
it's
don't wanna
Brian
start off.
Flores.
I agree.
I think it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Flores a lot. You know, he was a Steelers coordinator. Unfortunately, we let him go and put this terrorist at defensive coordinator. Thank the Lord he's gone now. But yeah, Brian Flores, I mean, just always been special. Blitz packages, disguising coverages. It's impossible to have a consistent. And what roster is he doing it with? Like what?
Yeah.
Who do the Vikings have that is elite?
Yeah, and he's lost. He's like lost like Danielle Hunter.
Exactly,
He's
yeah.
just awesome.
And the Vikings offense just let down that defense
So
this year.
bad,
And
yeah.
I think it's Brian Flores, and I think my second is Clint Kubiak, who
Yeah,
with
we were
Sam
talking
Darnold. I mean,
earlier.
Sam Darnold's good. Sorry, I got to stop shading Sam Darnold because I do think he's a franchise quarterback.
It's so hard to say that.
It's hard. It feels weird coming out off my tongue.
He's a good
But-
quarterback.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback, and Clint Kubiak has just made that Seahawks
Yeah.
offense just a
Just
real threat.
electric, Yeah.
And paired along with that Seahawks defense, that's what makes them so good. And I think Vic Fangio, obviously, really good. But I think you have to give it to Brian Flores, and I think a close second is Clint Kubiak.
Yeah,
I
I would
think-
agree with that.
I think due to the fact that last year the Seahawks offense was it was so inconsistent. I mean, picks everywhere. There's still some turnovers.
It was
this
Geno
year.
Smith.
And Geno Smith
And
was
it's
terrible.
Yeah, what?
I mean, Geno Smith must be livid.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, God.
yeah. I mean, he's terrible. But Clint Kubiak has made this offense the second best in the league this year. I think that's so much better than last year and such a change. And I think that's why he's my pick. I mean,
Yeah.
just the difference that he's made. And I also do think they watched the playoffs and he's performed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. You think? Oh, so he's your pick?
He's
Oh,
my pick. Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
wow,
you,
I
don't,
thought-
you think
oh,
he's,
wow,
he
yeah,
deserves
yeah.
it and is going
And he's
to get
gonna
I
get
think he's
it.
gonna get. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I guess. I mean, yeah, we
Interesting.
talked about him elevating Seahawks
Yeah.
offense. So I
Yeah.
guess if that's what
I guess we'll
you're
see.
going with.
And once again, comment down below
yeah.
on YouTube,
Comment your
TikTok,
takes.
Instagram what you guys think is gonna happen with the awards. I think that's it for the
And
awards,
also-
right?
Yeah,
but
that-
also
those are
look,
all the
look
awards.
what Clint Kubiak's done to JSN. Who saw JSN?
But also DK
dropping
Metcalf
1,800
left.
yards.
I didn't.
I definitely. Well, actually, I did because I picked him in like 3 out of my 5 fantasy leagues. I just wanted to say,
Yeah.
yeah, I destroyed you guys with JSN. But yeah, I mean,
I didn't see it coming.
I loved it.
And I love,
Phenomenal.
you
And the
know,
run attack, just the 1-2 punch. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Well, one and then like.
yeah, one
he-
and then a 2-yard gain at the goal.
Yeah.
line.
Is he gonna be a head coach? You
yeah,
think?
yeah.
He could.
He
definitely
100%.
could.
How
But
many spots are left?
what do you want to stay with Seattle if they win here, or would you want
I
to leave?
hope
I
so,
think I
man.
think
I'm
he'd
afraid
stay.
so.
Honestly,
I think you stay for
if
one
I
more
was a
year.
coordinator, I'd stay. Yeah.
If I was a
While the Super Bowl.
No,
was
but then
about to
again,
happen.
you have a chance. What if you
Yeah.
just absolutely just suck next year? You have a chance. You got to take it if you have a head coach.
well, the thing with
opening.
Flores,
good opening,
it-
yeah.
Unless
Flores
it's the Jets.
extended, right? Didn't Brian Flores?
Yeah, but he can still interview
Yeah.
for like head
Yeah.
coach.
That's
And
the
same with
the
Mike.
fact that he's not a head coach yet is
It's
insane.
crazy,
Yeah,
He might not want to.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, those are all the awards. Back with another episode. This one's just a teeny little bit shorter because we don't
Yeah.
have our predictions. But we
Super
really
Bowl
hope,
predictions coming next week.
exactly.
Stay
Tune
tuned for
in.
that. Yeah.
And we really hope all you guys enjoyed this episode. We couldn't do it without you guys, our fans, and love the engagement in the comments. Keep
Yeah.
shaming us because we love it.
love it.
Our best video was that Seahawks
Yeah.
Rams video.
And
That
I'll make
was-
sure not to forget my helmet. Yeah, thank you guys all so much. That's
That'll
it for
do
episode 3
Film
of
Room
the Film Room.
episode
Yep,
3.
thank you
This
guys.
camera, this camera. Thank you.
Thank you
For
much.
making it this far. Love all of you.
Thank you all. Go like it up on YouTube as well.
Yes,
Let's go.
sir.
See you.